My Writing Development by Gabriel saying, what I have learned. In this informative and rich course, it has been very beneficial to my overall understanding of things like sentence structure and different perspectives of a character. For example, first and third person writing style. This has been very useful in deepening my understanding of writing on a whole. This course has been useful in helping me understand school material as well. This course has helped me tremendously going from a C grade at the start of the year to an A+ now. Reading my work. This is a descriptive piece about a place called Trancourt. With its magnificent Hellenic architecture, Trancourt feels like an entire Greek city-state submerged underwater. Trancourt, held by its robust dome, is a wonder to anyone who sees the beautiful underwater metropolitan utopia. With its sleek white arches and bright marble living spaces, old-fashioned roadways, and statues of gods, Trancourt isn't just known to be such, but also known as Atlantis to its above-water counterparts, and a myth to many.
Would you like to talk a little bit about what inspired this piece, Gabriel?
The funny thing about this was that I had just come back from watching Wakanda Forever, and then there was Talokan, and then I got my inspiration from Talokan because it stood out to me as quite exotic and, in my mind, cool. So I decided to create or write about a city-state that was like Talokan, but also sort of mixing with like Greek mythology of Atlantis and Greek architecture. The research phase. This was, I'm pretty sure, narrative writing. Yes. As the sun sets over the horizon and fate rings anew, the researchers on skis head back to their labs to look into their findings of the day and discuss. These scientists are not lazy, simply tired, with no intent of being unhelpful in any way. They look after each other with care as they are the only people they have in a long shot. This is, I'm pretty sure, point of view. So there's a narrative and then there's a first person. I'll be reading both. I was so close. It was within my grasp. The elixir was just a few yards from my hands. If only I could attempt to snatch it off the stem and save myself from the tight wrath of death and defeat succumbing. I was lying on the floor of the tomb I had to travel through day and night to reach, only to meet my demise so close yet so far, braving the traps and pain I had to endure. The amateur explorer had been hunting for the elixir in front of him for so many years. He had endured freezing nights and sweltering hot days. It wasn't what he had expected at all. What I need to work on. One of the things I need to work on is having a better grasp of the meaning of certain words, because I often use big and complicated words without really knowing their true meaning. Another thing I think I should work on is understanding tasks I'm supposed to do and not jump ahead without reading clearly, causing me to completely miss the actual instructions. And finally, I believe I should work on my time management and getting assignments done, both in and outside of class, to be more efficient.
Thank you, Gabriel. It was really lovely. I love your reading. It was much better than the previously one. I mean, you navigate much more topic in a different way, more analytic. So I pass the word to Marjana so she will share with you.
Thank you, Ariana. So one of the things that I've done throughout my career is I was a professional editor. And first of all, I loved your writing. Like if this was a book, any of those three writings, I would actually buy a book and read it. So absolutely fabulous writing. You have a lot of talent and I hope you continue working on it. one of the questions that I had, and I've noticed this more, the first one had minor errors in punctuation and formatting, but in the second two, were you pressed for time when you were writing them? Because I've noticed Yes, because
I'm pretty sure those were written in class where there was a time limit, so I wrote it out, but then when I went back to do editing, there would be things I would have missed.
Okay, so those weren't edited in general, because one of the things that I've noticed in both of them, and particularly in the last one, is capitalization. There was just no capitalization, or it was random. Here there was, and then there wasn't. And one of the things that I would work on is your punctuation. There were some issues in the second and the third one that when you read them, I can tell that, and that's one of the advice that we give to writers is read your writing out loud, because as you read it, you'll sense also where a period should be, where a comma should be. But I'm just impressed by the creativity and your ability to express yourself. I laughed a little bit at your first point of things that you need to work on, because we do that. We use big words without really understanding what they mean. There is, yes, you should always work on your vocabulary. You should learn those words, but also writing should be approachable. Sometimes it's better to keep things simple, but you can also keep things simple while keeping your writing dynamic, while making it alive, while making it work without using those big words.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, really impressed. You really should keep writing.